I promise you that we will definitely continue. I'm your host, Ato Brentation, and this is Prime Testimony. We are still discussing the issue of ladies being accused of denying their husbands sex. In fact, sometimes too, men also do that. Yeah. My brother, let's continue with the
discussion. So, Uncle, to ask my sisters were saying, I agree with them on those kind of preparation. I'm not fine. That could be one angle to the whole issue. Well, as a man, you should be able to help your wife at home. Yeah. Every responsible man should be able to do that. Because it is those days that a man will come home, rest, for the wife to cook, clean, do everything, and at night to go and ask for sex. For that one, I disagree that a man should do that. But after all those things, some women go to the extent that they will use sex as punishment. You can do everything. They will use sex as punishment in the bedroom. And so...
What do you think are the reasons for that? Is it some influence from...
Uncle, it could be influence from friends, from society, from parents. Yes. Some parents...
Can tell their daughters to deny their husband's sex? You mean the parents, both the father and the mother?
No, the mother.
Oh, I see.
You see,
the mother.
He's always exempting the men.
I'm coming. Sometimes, okay, let me say, sometimes some mothers, some mothers can go to the extent that, hey, your husband has been very successful. Why don't you instead of she telling you that, kill the man, frustrate him, let him die a natural death, so that the police will not arrest him. Use sex, small. Use sex. So that, I've been listening to a lot of men.
Okay, so apart from listening to them, do you also believe in these assertions?
Uncle, it's true. Okay. I believe in them.
All right.
Because there's an account proverb that as some are dancing, which are some what they are dancing.
Repeat.
As some are dancing again, as some are been what they are dancing.
Okay, so when there's an issue and there's no proof.
The issue itself is a proof.
The issue itself becomes a proof.
Yeah. That's what I say.
Okay.
You can leave, and all those things that I was saying, as I said, it could be influence from either parents, some parents,
all right,
some friends, and even some society, and some cultural practices.
Oh, okay.
Can influence those kind of things. Okay. Excuse me, in some Akan society, we have some tribe that is their women, when their men are 50 and above, they deny them sex. Oh, yes.
I've never heard it before.
Yes.
Why?
That's what I'm telling you. It is a means to take over something that they want from you. Oh, yes. It has been one factor. Apart from death that they want to kill you, what do you think a responsible woman, God-fearing, a woman who is compassionate, a woman who wants to show empathy, who understands what her man is going through, we say that even though you are suffering, continue to suffer till the next morning before you go to work.
I see.
It is because they have a motive behind.
All right. Women.
It could be disrespect. They don't respect you. Men sometimes disrespect women. For that one, it is very bad. But you can have a man who is so responsible, he can do everything. But society, parents, as I've been saying, culture, and other things can influence the lady to do this kind of thing. And the end result is death.
So that is killing me softly.
Exactly.
Yeah. Uncle, to add up to my brother's point, you see, our values as Ghanaians, and I come to be precise, our in-laws, I'm using the word our in-laws because I'm a potential husband. Potential in-law. Yeah.
So far, nobody's denying you sex because you are not married.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Because I thought maybe you have some experiences, bitter experiences.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Hey, Angado.
Oh no. And since you are a virgin, I mean, why not?
Angado, you want my pastor to bomb sign?
To suspend you.
You see, some of the mothers go to a stand of telling their daughters that, hey, if you're a woman and you give yourself to your husband so many times, he become fed up.
Yeah. You become colo.
You become colo.
Deny him.
So some mothers say that.
Yeah, ration the sex for him.
They will say like you use the
So you
law.
become
Of,
expensive.
you use the law of marginal utility returns.
Ration it for him.
Ration it for him.
Yeah, ration it for him.
Let it be scarce.
It should be bit by bit.
It shouldn't be like Adwa. How many times do you give?
Let it be
how many
scarce.
times do you give it to your husband?
Oh,
You give to
anytime.
your husband sex. Said, oh, anytime.
Yeah.
Wait, Jimmy Papa.
Ration it.
But seriously, I've not heard
It
that
should be
before.
expensive.
Yes.
I've never heard
No,
that before.
sex should be expensive.
Lady, have you heard that before? That sounds
Okay, so let me talk about the friends. Sometimes friends too can do
Can
that.
tell you that.
okay.
Me, my husband, no.
Oh.
Until I let him cook. I let until he does all the chores.
Oh,
Adds money.
Honorable, let me
No,
learn.
sex.
Learn.
And then other gullible ladies too will also take it upon themselves that I also do the same thing. And before you realize the marriage is collapsing.
A typical Ghanaian mother will just call the daughter and tell her that, in fact, for sex, it is what you use to get what you want in marriage. Oh.
Yeah.
Because if you give the man so much sex at any given point in time, or for an diamond, if you are, then no, you become useless.
Yeah.
All right.
You have to make it in a way that it will be expensive.
Yeah, you will pay.
You pay. It's like it's like, oh, tonight I'm tired. I'm
Do
tired.
it like prepaid.
I'm tired. Then like, when he comes, say I'm tired. The next time he said my stomach.
Yeah.
The next time then they'll begin to give you format. You understand?
Yeah.
Then,
I see.
so it is not about how on earth would the lady give the man even to the point that even when they were not married, some of the women even throw themselves on the man that you should just have sex with me.
Yeah.
But what has happened that now that we are in a marriage, that we have the license?
Okay, we heard you, man. Let's hear the ladies too.
I think she should.
Do you have any point?
Yes.
I think they are convinced now.
They are convinced
no, we
that
are
looking at their face, they are convinced.
Yeah,
of course, we are all learning.
Yeah, it seems,
Convinced them.
it seems
We are
that
not
our
convinced.
message is getting through.
Okay, let's
the
listen
truth
to
is,
Rita.
the truth is, they weren't being addressed with certain issues.
Oh, no,
Now
no,
that
no, no,
we
no,
are
no,
very
no, no,
appreciating
Oh, but of course, there's no competition. We are all learning.
Yes, we are learning.
Because
But
we are
Of
looking at it from
course,
different
you know,
perspectives.
we are nurturing them for a good marriage so that when they go there, we don't go and do
You see,
what they are doing.
you see all the points that they are making about influence from parents, from friends, and other stuffs. I think that when you two, before you are choosing your wife, you need to consider all these things. You need to consider whom your wife's friends are, whom the parents are, because some of these things they can be seen from the lineage, how they have lived their lives, how they
Some
because
but some too, you may not know.
Yeah.
So you see, so you should know, because friends, even the Bible says that do not be deceived.
Okay.
Evil companions, they corrupt good morals. And he said, when you are going to marry and then you see that, hey, this kind of friend, no matter how good the wife is, and then the person is still associating with those people,
Yeah.
one word will enter one day
Okay.
and it will become an issue. But I still stand on the ground that when your wife is denying you of sex, there is something that you should sit and talk about.
Okay.
For that one, I agree.
Thank you very much. Rita initially gave us some little education on some of the things you can do to prepare the minds of maybe husband before he comes home. What are some of the things the husband can also do to prepare the wife's mind so that you don't just come and you dive like a greyhound straight?
Let's
do it.
That's a good one there. So I would talk about one reason why a wife would deny the husband, and I'll talk about the preparedness. One other reason why a wife would deny the husband sex is if the lady does no longer believe in her being. You know, as a woman,
Body?
our stature
Okay.
counts a lot
Yeah.
to us. it gives us confidence.
Yeah.
So if there are some changes in the lady's stature,
Yeah.
she begins to have this confidence in herself. So now, exposing herself to you, a beloved, becomes an issue.
Okay.
So this is another reason to that, as men, as married men, you can put your eyes down and then check.
Okay.
It's also a reason why a wife would deny the husband sex.
Okay.
So to talk about the preparedness, so like you're saying, you need to prep your wife, your beloved. Okay, at home.
Oh, God.
Before you even left for, maybe she lives.
Men, listen, no.
Telenovela.
I don't want to talk. Listen.
Fantasy, fantasy.
You finish.
I got the telenovela.
Telenovela, no, let's appreciate.
Oh, I agree with that.
This is a
Yeah.
fantasy.
Yeah. So
Valid point.
because it will help somebody out there.
Yeah, valid point.
That is nature.
Go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead. I
So
agree.
before you left for
Preparation
work,
of sex. Yes.
some cases, today maybe you can even prepare breakfast. That day she wakes up and you are all like ready, like you prepare her breakfast.
Sweet.
Like, honey, what's going on? Like, come on, can't your man give you a treat? You can decide to drop her off at work that day.
Yeah.
If you don't, that's nice. At work, you send her messages, some emojis,
Nice
So
ones.
when you send those emojis, those messages, then she knows that tonight there's a game,
Seriously.
So naturally, seeing those messages, receiving those
People
emojis,
laughing.
then you are being prepared,
Yeah.
like emotionally, physically, like mentally, you are being prepared. So before you come home, you get home, like you know that my husband has communicated something. There's
Yeah.
been a communication. So then you also communicate back.
And I'm sure it's going to be sweet
Yeah.
that night.
Romantic,
Uncle,
beautiful.
Oh, let me.
for whatever that she's saying, well, it is true that indeed we need to prepare ourselves. Okay, but you see, Uncle, about football, we want. It needs a Roman for number two.
Repeat it in local language, then you explain.
All right.
Slowly.
What I'm trying to say.
No, say it in the local.
Okay.
Repeat.
Abofraba.
Uh-huh.
Obu.
Obo, a child that would die.
Die. What nation Pope Benedict Namutumbu.
If you hide the child
Under
under
the
Pope's
armpit,
the child
the
will die.
person eventually die.
Meaning,
Some of the ladies said you can go to the extent of doing all these things to her. When you come home, the kind of
what my Jesus Christ that son.
Yeah.
so, some of the ladies, the kind of dressing that you come and see her even wearing in the house will turn your whole mood off. Yeah, I'm telling
All
you.
the time be a
Yes,
simple
simple, quiet, no only three. Babe, we spoke about that. Oh, I'm Margaret. And we was just like, oh me, I'm tired. So we have given birth to 5 children.
Are you not tired?
Yeah, are you not
Yeah.
tired?
Now we're ready now. Now you forget your date of birth.
Let me give. There's an incident that happened. You see that when we're young, we're having something like, oh, you have a plot where you go with your kitchen and with your parents. You go eat at plot and go and sleep in town. Yeah. That is the
New site.
Okay,
new
new
site.
site,
Yes.
okay.
So the man wasn't having a television. So and when they go and eat at the new site and then they are coming to sleep in their house, they come maybe by 4 or 5. Then the man will tell Akosia, let's go and sleep. They were not having a television, so it was like when they go there, they start the match from 5 o'clock to the next day 5.
Why don't they sleep?
So one day, the man said that, Akosia, we finished eating. Yes. Let's go. And then the lady was sitting down there.
Doing what? Watching TV.
Oh no, there was nothing
TV.
like.
Okay,
They were just, the lady was just sitting. I just want to delay the tactics because you know that eventually when they go, the match is going to commence from 6 o'clock to the next day 6 o'clock. So she was just playing delay tactics, and then the little girl said, Mama, if daddy said we should go, let's go. Mm-hmm. Then the lady look at the young lady, the small girl said, you don't see the pain that I go through. So some of what I'm trying to say is that, in fact, some of the men too, they should try to be a little bit romantic.
But some of the men are not
Thank
romantic
God.
at all.
Yeah.
Oh, finally.
No, nobody's
No,
nobody's talking about romance.
No, we are talking about preparation.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
are talking about
Yeah, but-
romance. You see,
Okay.
some of the sex. You see, when
Okay,
we are
okay,
talking about
okay.
sex.
Okay. If you are saying that the men should be romantic,
Yes.
what do you want to add?
Yes. What I want to add is that you see, from where we are coming from, when we talk about sex, we know that sex is a package.
Okay.
Okay.
Sex is a package. We from where we are coming
So
from,
how
the package.
different is,
Your
what is-
preparation what you are telling us that we should start. We are talking about on the pitch, the warm up,
But-
and then.
but-
We know that from studies, we've come to realize that a sex is a full package.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
But for this stress that they said we should go through before we go and kneel down and then
Kneel down.
propose.
Up and now.
No.
It's all part of the
I got
package.
to
No.
Hey,
Opogwa is part of the package.
Some people we have to run around the house about 5 times.
is it true?
They will tell you have gained weight.
Oh yes,
Run about 5 times.
I'm a bread. You have to run and then you have to. And some will tell you
Men
that.
are suffering. Oh.
Some will tell you that if you know today you want to have sex with me, or you want to meet me on bed. I mean, when you are coming, you have to buy me something.
Yeah.
You are talking about married men.
Yeah,
married women.
Yes.
Okay.
Or when you are coming, you have to buy me something because if you don't buy me anything, forget about sex. Because sometimes they'll make you run errands. So you want to have it, you want to,
Yeah.
they will ask you.
Like they're doing a favor.
Yes, sir. Like, make sure, when I look at you, like, I bought corn when you go and buy me fine. Go and buy me fine eyes. Go and buy me fine eyes. Then you have to move your vehicle from. It has come to your neck. And then yes. So when you get some job,
Yes.
then go and buy me strawberry ice cream. So that night you have to move a vehicle. If you don't have vehicle, you have to use bicycle. If you don't have bicycle, you have to use what you call legistic bends. Your leg.
But I can tell from what you say, even if it is that, it's not an issue. Your wife says, buy me a fine ice. Or
Before we have
it is
sex.
not too dramatic. From what my sisters are saying, I can see that marriages between elites and then the illiterate are two different things. One is boring and the other is not.
Okay.
Those between literate are very
I
boring.
think this is a topic on its own.
No, I'm making a point. It's very boring because when you listen to D, what she's saying, you have to prepare me. It's fine, but the process itself is stressful.
It's not entertaining.
I'm coming.
It's not lovely.
Let's look at the olden days. My father.
I don't think she's talking about a Abrafo kind of prepare, but whichever.
Whatever you say, no, it's
No, they are
about
saying Mexican way,
We are
Mexican way.
talking about Mexican preparation.
My sister.
We are talking about
My
Ghanaian
sister.
What goes
preparation.
into making breakfast? What
Yes.
goes into text messages?
What
goes
about
into
when
sending all
there's
this?
no breakfast? The man wakes up in the morning, away to Kaneshi.
Overhead.
No,
way.
I think what she was saying was that maybe the lady had been preparing breakfast, but
Yes.
one day you can decide some
Oh,
source of.
oh,
I got to-
other
for that one,
breakfast,
serve-
other
serve her in
breakfast.
bed.
For that one, I agree. But what I want to say, what I want to say is that
I'm afraid, bro.
let
We have no idea.
our sisters understand that sex is part of their responsibility.
Which
Which
they agree
we are
to.
aware.
And so it should not go with any strict conditions
Conditions.
until this is met. Sex is not.
Yeah,
present.
they also understand.
You also agree with that?
Yes.
Yes.
I agree with that.
Okay, let's hear from our sister.
You see, we are getting all your contributions.
Okay.
Yes, now we agree that sex is a responsibility.
Thank you. God bless.
God
you.
bless
And
you.
then, you know,
May God add
in
ages
taking
to
up
it.
our responsibilities, we need other things to help us take our
Your
responsibilities.
No
support.
problem. No problem.
You get it?
Provided it's not too
The
dramatic.
fact that it is my
And sarcastic.
responsibility
Yeah. I got
doesn't
you.
mean that
No, let her finish.
you see, so it is my responsibility. Doesn't mean that I don't need anything. So because of this,
You may need other things.
So there are other things to make the responsibility interesting.
Yeah, but it should not be too dramatic.
What's your
what
definition
is-
of
but-
I get you know, ladies are
Okay,
natural
okay.
drama queens.
No. You,
But it's not all of them.
then you need.
Oh.
You see. You
I got to.
No, I'm
Give me my mother said drama
in fact, another name for a woman It's called drama.
But remember, they are different.
Woman,
Yeah, but I got you know,
woman
woman
is
naturally, that's
synonymous
fine.
to drama.
Okay.
I got you know, the drama
But
attacks
it's
women
not,
to
it's
make
not
them
every
be
drama
women.
that.
Oh yeah. And you know, men too
But
is
it's
pride.
it's-
I got you know, men too
Yeah.
is pride.
Full of ego.
Every man with ego is not a man.
But
When you talk about
sometimes-
ego, it should be a man,
sometimes
not
your
women.
Ego has to.
Okay, all right.
And that is why they have been
She
punishing
started
us.
building- she-
Let her finish.
She
Let
started
her
building a
finish.
point.
So what I'm trying to say is that when a man meets a woman from the beginning,
Yeah.
then he will become an angel. He will start buying things, entertaining
Both
the
of them.
woman, like doing all sort of nice things to the woman. Even when the man is going to visit the woman,
That's campaign
and
stage.
you see what you see the campaign
The
stage.
campaign stage.
But
After election, no campaign.
Remember, marriage is different from.
Yeah, exactly.
so you see, that is the mind that the men are having. That
Yeah,
Some men,
that's
some
a
men,
mistake.
it should be
some men,
yeah.
that is a campaign stage. But to us, the members who are doing the voting, we think that is your package.
Exactly.
No.
So make sure you maintain that.
Yes, so
Right.
if
You know,
you
that
are
level.
Oh, when you
unable-
set that standard, you should maintain it.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes. So if you're able to maintain that standard, I think you enjoy your marriage.
And if you are not romantic, to maintain that standard.
Yes.
For the woman to know that you are not romantic.
Okay.
You are raw.
All right.
as you are
All in all, we have to come to a close. I believe you have learned, and I have also learned.
Sure.
There are certain mistakes that some of our big brothers and sisters have done. Some of even our mothers and fathers have done.
Yeah.
That has led to unplanned end of their marriages, which in some way has affected the children. Because of that, we should learn from these things and do everything we can to keep our marriages. We must be careful from influence from friends. We must be careful about extreme drama that may not help.
Sure.
But all in all, we must remember that it is love that brings people together to get married. But most importantly, remember you can never forget about God in everything that you do.
Sure.
I want to thank you very much, my Pandout members. It's been very lovely and interesting. And I pray I get opportunity to meet you again to look at either this or maybe other topics. Let's give God a big hand.